judges. Okay. What's up, y'all? We back. Welcome to another episode of Into the Gray. We are your hosts. I'm Kimmy.
I'm Sandra.
And we about to get into it.
What are we talking about today?
So this is actually a, what do we say, audience request or one of our faithful followers who actually asked us to do this topic. Questions that we ask during the talking stage. What questions are appropriate? Which questions are not appropriate? And so, we about to get into it.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting because I'm not talking to anyone and Sandra is currently off the market. So,
So I mean, good advice but good advice in like somebody who's past the stage and somebody who's in the stage. Yes? No? Maybe
Yes.
so.
She gonna be like, I'm gonna show you what to do to get a man. Stop playing. Or okay, well, let me ask this. What is classified as the talking stage? Like what's talking? Like, I don't know. When we're like, we're talking, like, are we?
I'm still in the talking stage.
Not
talking. Okay, because
you're saying you have a.
For me, all these new stages that the young people use.
Girl, not the young, the young folks.
All these stages are just like levels of you getting to know somebody, right? So like you meet somebody, you're talking, you're, not exclusive, you may be dating other people, then you're dating. And so you are romantically involved, but you are, again, still maybe dating multiple people.
Okay.
And then you move into relationship where it's just you two. And it's, if you believe in monogamous relationships, who knows these days?
Right.
But it's just you two and you've made a romantic commitment to one another.
Right.
And then there is like marriage,
Full grown stage.
You're full grown romantic.
So I would say before you say, this is my girlfriend, this is my boyfriend, that leading up to that would be the talking. Before you decide, yes, I want to see where this officially goes.
Yeah.
So talking stage. I'm trying to think.
And I'm the type of person, like, if I just meet you even platonically, I'm going to ask the most off-the-wall questions because I need to know, do we actually truly mesh?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, you're cute, let's be
What's
friends.
off the wall, though? What's the most off-the-wall question?
There's, like, these politically correct questions that you ask, like, about a person's finances or about, their living situation or just whatever. Some questions people just wait to ask until, how many partners have you had? How often do you get tested? Like, these are all questions that I probably ask on, like, first or second date.
Yes. Whoa.
Amazing.
I was going to say, yes, they should be asked. But maybe that's my problem. Maybe I waited to the sixth date to. Maybe I should just, girl.
Listen, okay.
That's funny though. I've asked. I agree. These questions should be asked, I would absolutely put that in the talking stage of the relationship. Like, I'm not committing to you until I know certain things. But not the first. Probably not the first date.
Do you remember the huge controversy over whether you should go on a coffee date as like one of your first dates?
Yes.
I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
But mainly because I need to know, do I want to sit down to a full meal with you?
Hello.
And on that coffee date, I'm asking you questions like, okay.
Yeah.
How often do you go on dates?
Yeah.
How many people have you dated in this year? Not because I want to know your body count, because I want to know, like, are you flighty? Are you just out here enjoying dating? Some people just enjoy going on dates and meeting new people.
Okay.
If you are, good for you. No judgment.
Yeah.
I'm not
that
here
person.
for it.
Yeah. I'm not
That's
your
not
type.
what I'm here for.
How long is a talking stage? Like, we're not talking for a year before we decide we were together. Like, we're not doing that.
Yeah, for sure.
But also,
I don't know that there's like a set time. Again, everything is flexible depending on the person that you're talking to, the circumstances. Like, I've talked to people in state, I've talked to people out of state.
Yeah.
Those timelines are completely different.
Yeah.
So I think it depends on the vibe and the person.
Yeah.
But if you're still talking after a year, that's a situationship and that person doesn't really like you.
Oh, we might ask these questions and ruin your situationship if you're lucky. You welcome. Because, honey, baby, please. No.
Yeah.
Sir. Okay, so first question I would ask. Do you have kids?
That's a good question.
It's a great question.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I have to like picture myself in
Think about when you were,
Coffee
like,
date mood.
texting and you were
Um
dating app. I know one that you told me. No, I don't wanna give it away. What's the last book you read?
Yeah.
But you can't use that one
Yeah,
now.
but I don't start with that one usually, not anymore. I did used to start with that one when I was on the apps because it's like mostly I could tell by the way that you write or your profile whether you were a reader or not
Or a good
already.
spell.
What's the last thing you learned?
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that one.
Mm.
Okay. Um, ooh, how long ago was your last relationship?
Hmm.
Mhm.
Okay. That would lead to the question, how long ago did you end that relationship?
Well,
Mostly
yep,
because
yeah.
people say,
That's what I
"Oh,
mean,
my
yeah.
last relationship was 3 years ago," but they're still talking to that person on and off in, like, the most recent months,
Oh, oh, oh,
you
oh, oh,
know?
oh,
So I'm
yeah.
like, "Oh, are you still connected with that person?"
That's a great follow-up
Mm.
question. Okay, okay. Here's a good question I ask. Do you wanna be married eventually?
Yeah.
These are good questions to
These are good questions,
know.
especially because we've already kinda made up our minds what we want our futures to look like,
Right.
and so you wanna be aligned
Y
with
I was
somebody
gonna say
else
you wanna
who
make sure.
desires that
Yeah, absolutely.
same. Yeah,
Yeah.
how many questions are we at?
That was my 3rd one, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's see. Something
I
light.
was gonna say, "Dang, we so deep." Wait, maybe we
What's your
should.
favorite food?
Girl, bye. 'Cause I got one more deep one, then I'll go light. Your favorite, I mean,
Um,
yeah, yeah,
how often do you cook at home? It's important to me because I do not
yeah.
cook.
And we be
It
hungry.
made me hungry.
'Cause I stay hungry. I can't wait for this jerk salad later. Woo, it's gonna be amazing. Okay, I would say something you said earlier, like, when was your last panel done?
Yeah.
I will ask that question.
Yes.
Absolutely. Not on the very first date,
Mm,
like some of us,
well,
but it will be asked.
I need to know that you are wise with your choices before
100%.
I catch feelings for you. Because I could like
100%.
everything about like, you could be the most well-read, well-traveled, cultured person, but you haven't had a panel done in the last 5 years, but you've been out here? No, thank
Yeah,
you.
ew,
Hmm,
please keep it.
right, yeah, you can have that.
And that we can go on to that. Okay, 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 okay. Go ahead. 'Cause you yeah, 'cause it's gonna go off like it just says a lot about a
Um,
person and what they think about their own health and their own, but I'm not gonna
yeah.
go into that.
Uh,
Mhm.
Past the basic, like, do you have any siblings? What's your family
Mhm,
dynamic
mhm.
like? I wanna know, like, what's your relationship with your parents look like?
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Mm,
That is a great question.
mhm.
That does say a lot about look, look, look. Okay, last one I'm gonna say. Huh. I just ask a lot of questions. I do ask a lot of
I do ask a
questions.
lot of questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
It's hard when the person's not sitting right in front of you, because I think the
I
questions
know.
change too depending on the person.
Yeah, like, and that's just I'm running through like my brain with the apps. I'm like, some of y'all are single,
Mhm.
because another one is like, you 20s nothing hit me up in the chat. I'm like, have you dated this much of an age gap? Like, where are you at with that? Because I'm cool if you cool, right? So like, but if I'm talking
Yeah.
to somebody who's been divorced and they got 2 kids, well, now my questions change a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, that is something like I've asked, what's the age that you prefer to date and how old is your mama?
How old is your mama?
Listen,
Uh
looks can be deceiving. I'm just slightly older than I look.
You know what's crazy too? I think to the point of you ask different questions to somebody who's married with 2 kids. I think relationally, another question that I ask is what's your relationship like with your child's mom?
Yeah.
Because that too says a
Yeah.
lot. And usually that spurs for them this long
Mhm.
monologue of, well,
Mhm.
she was this and she was that and she was da 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 da. And I'm
Baby.
like, okay, thank you, bye.
No, for real. You know what? It's funny you bring that up. I was recently kinda, like, getting to know a guy or whatever, and that was his thing. He was like, "Well, I'm this age," and he's like, I only have this one child, and I waited till I was married to have this baby." And he was very, like, taking accountable, like, the mom had this issue, but I definitely was immature and all this stuff. And so in my mind, I'm like, okay, we can keep talking. Like you're owning
Yeah.
your part of this. It's not like, man, baby mama, she crazy as hell. Cause like, it's not like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, cause obviously 2 people in a relationship, one person not perfect, you
Right.
know? So I think that is definitely like a factor. Like, what is their relationship like? Cause if I'm
Hmm.
into your life, like, I don't want to have to fight her. please. I'm
Yes.
too pretty to fight, baby. And I'm really good at it. I don't want to black out. So I was just saying.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, no, and I think too, like, when you come into, like, blended situations like that I grew up in a blended family, my children are now in a blended family, like, there has to be some type of camaraderie
Mm.
amongst the parents in
Yeah.
order for things to work well for the
For
children.
sure.
You
For
know what I
sure.
mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I also don't want you, like, going over there and staying the night, but, like
Right. But there has to be some sort of working relationship there.
something,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
something, yeah.
Okay, so how long do you? Because in this very particular case of yours,
Mm.
how long was your talking stage?
2 seconds.
Not 2 seconds. I'm just saying, like,
Um,
how like, maybe that's not the best question. I'm thinking more of, like, at what point were you like, "Okay, I definitely think this is, like, worth a commitment." Like, did you what
2
questions were
seconds.
Just Dang, Wookie.
No, I
Okay.
think so when you meet a person, I do think, like, there is a level of compatibility that is, like, instantaneous,
Mhm.
but then there is, like, questions that you start to dig into. That's why I was like, the talking stage and the dating stage and, like, the girlfriend-boyfriend period to me is, like, depending on the person, like, all meshed into one, like,
Mm.
space, right?
Mhm, mhm.
Because that girlfriend-boyfriend period is still very much a time of not casualness, but a time of, okay, we're still not ready to fully say, like, this is it. We can still break away if necessary. If we get too
Mhm.
deep and we're like, oh, just
This ain't
kidding, this is a
working.
non negotiable.
Yeah,
I just didn't know it was a non negotiable till we got here. Like, we're still in that phase. It is that, like, marriage commitment that solidifies, like,
for
oh, we've
sure.
gotten through all of these questions, all of these areas, and we still see compatibility.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like I said, talking stage, really short. Committed to, like, getting to know you and only you, that'll probably last a little while.
Hmm. Yeah, I think for me, it's almost like I don't know, I feel like I need
Free
more of
for a
that.
long
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
time.
I would need more of
Now
the
I'm
talking
committed to
stage
you.
before
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
but see, I'm not really I'm not a good test case because I can say hi to you and be like, "Oh, you're cute," like, locked
well, and I would
until
say too,
further notice.
I think that, like, because you have a 3rd stage where you're like, I'm open to still getting married," you almost feel like, "Okay, I got this middle, like, committed stage I could break away," and in my case, because I don't wanna be married, almost like a commitment to a boyfriend or a girlfriend thing,
Is the
it
marriage.
it is
Oh,
the
that's the
commitment, if you will.
partnership.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah, yeah,
partnership,
yeah.
so, like, I'm not so like, I potentially could talk to you for 6 months, a year before maybe don't do that face. That's like my whoa. No, I definitely would not waste my time on a year.
A
If I'm talking to you for 6 months,
year?
it's because after month 1, I'm still, "Okay," month 2, I'm still watching, "Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay," you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
you're building, I'm
Yeah.
observing, you
You're
know?
softening me up for you.
But one of the things you said earlier, I was like, "Yo, that's actually a really good question," and I asked this too, I just recently asked, I'm like, "Alright, what are your non-negotiables?" You know, because at a
Mhm.
certain point, like, I need to filter through, like, a lot of this before I even decide, "Okay, yeah, let's go on a date." Like, I'll
Mm.
ask all these questions on a platonic level.
Right.
Like, just the other day, this guy is pressing, and I'm like, "Bro, I don't want to have lunch with you. I don't wanna get to know you. I'm not
Mm.
trying to date." And he's like, "It's not a date." I'm like,
Alright, free meal, let's go.
yeah, well, and we got lunch, and I got dinner after the so, well, enough lunch for leftovers,
Yeah,
but,
yeah,
yeah, the whole time I'm like, "Shoot me now. This is just
yeah.
check, please. I'm glad
You're
it was a
so
lunch."
good. That's why I listen, if I meet you for that coffee date and listen, mind you, when we show up to that coffee date, I'm buying my own coffee or drink and you are buying your own because I want zero obligation to
I
you
feel that.
until
I feel
I
that.
feel it's
Yeah,
necessary.
yeah, yeah. I mean, the first one, you definitely buying everything, but
Listen, mm-mm. I don't even want you to look at me sideways.
that's
Like,
so
I gave
funny.
you no kind of
I get
expectation
that.
that this would go
I get
like
that.
further than this
Uh-huh.
point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have gone to more coffee dates than I can count.
I'm at this point now in my talking stages where I'm like, I feel like I just want to submit like here's a survey. I'm gonna slide this to you. Go ahead and fill it out, return it to me. That way I know if you check in my
These little
boxes or not. Cause
I could
I've been
see you with
asking,
these little like 4 by 5 cards. Like,
how tall are
excuse me
you?
before we talk.
No, for real. Cause I'm
It's
like, I need to know X, Y, and Z before this. Cause we might not match. Like, and
yeah.
that's the thing is like the talking stage, I think
It's so hard
it's so
because
hard.
especially Especially with the apps, because physically, you could be like, "Oh, everything I've been
Everything.
looking for."
Everything.
And then they start talking, and you give 'em a couple passes like, "Oh, that
Right.
wasn't exactly what I was expecting you to say,"
Yeah.
or, I don't like how you spoke to me here." But then you give 'em
Mhm.
passes because face card is beautiful.
Right.
But then when you meet them in person, I feel like that is
I don't even get that far. I'd be like, "This is a no for me."
really?
Bro,
How long do you wait in conversation before you decide, "I'm unmatching," or, "We're meeting in person?"
2 seconds.
2
No,
seconds?
listen, okay, this is what I and this is how I work. If I'm 'cause, I'm still available.
Yeah, yeah.
Available, no, that's not no word. Yeah, I don't know, I'm still open. All that to say, like, if I'm on the app, I'm like, "Okay, I'm matched with everybody, potentially." 'Cause 10 of y'all are not even gonna respond, so it's fine, I'm just filtering out, right? If
Mhm.
you like me first, fine, we'll go. But it's honestly, like, it never really gets to the stage where I'm, like, giving you my number to text me, like, it's just never that far because one of my
Wow.
biggest things in the talking stage is your ability to ask me questions back. But yeah, one of my biggest things I look for is, are you asking me questions? You know what I mean? So for me,
Yes.
if we have a couple passes and I'm the one that's kind of pushing the conversation, like, "Oh, okay, what do you do? Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah." And then
Mhm.
I'm like asking the next question, and then I've asked the third question, and you're more of just a responder, I'll heart your last message. We'll leave it be. And if you don't ask me another question that next by the next day, unmatched, bow. Like I'm just like, energy's off, energy's low.
That's
I need you. I want
crazy.
you to burn the world down for me. I want you to hear a ding and be like, is it her?
I
Like
mean,
that's
really?
what I want.
That's funny. I could never express it that clearly, but yes, I literally would just unmatch people because, like, oh, the conversation's not flowing.
Yeah.
We could be mid conversation and it's taking you 3 hours to respond back, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you're
No.
not either not that excited, you
Right.
have too many distractions in your life already to be really getting to know
Right.
somebody, or you're just not on the app that much, which again, you're
Okay,
distracted.
and that
Like,
is exactly, so then it's just kind of like, yeah. So, on the apps, I really don't have any type of you better hope you meet me in person because I'm a
yeah,
lot more gracious, like, if I run into you in the gym and you're, like, introducing yourself, okay, like, it's
yeah.
already, like, an interaction that's different.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, them
In
apps
real life is already different anyway.
yeah.
One, because if I'm meeting you in real life, I can see your mannerisms, I
Yes,
can
see how
see
tall you are. Y'all know how I am. That's the first
see
question on my questionnaire when I had height and weight, please.
You know what I think I've decided though?
Tell me.
Height is not the most important to me, but girth of shoulders, like, that is.
Listen, okay, I want you to at least make me feel like you 6'2".
Yes. Like,
I
I
wanna
need to
be
know that you
I
can,
wanna
like,
be
wrap me up and,
yes,
like
like, lift me, hoist me, throw me over, caveman me, something. I'm just saying. Mhm.
all of that.
So, where we what happened? What were we
Where are we
talking
at?
about?
What are we talking about again? I just had an image in my head. Excuse me.
Same. Gosh. My gosh. We should talk about that later. Whew. Anyway, what were we saying?
I have questions.
Questions? Height's not an issue for you. Oh boy. I love you so much.
Every What are
Oh
some
gosh.
questions that people have asked you that you're like, this you ain't it."
Oh gosh. Questions like, oh, definitely if you ask me for a picture. Like,
Mm.
you matched me on an app full of
Full
pictures.
of pictures.
Stop.
Right.
Stop what you're doing. I'm
Right.
not gonna send you a picture.
Yeah.
Stop it right now.
Mhm.
That's a definite no for me. Um, I haven't really I don't think I've been asked a genuine question that I've been like, "Oh, nah." Like, I
Mm.
will entertain it. Like, I'm curious why you thought you could ask or wanted to ask that question or whatever, so I'm open to, like, a real question. Like, someone
Uh-huh.
actually asked me a couple days ago, "Have you ever been married?" And I was like, "Yeah, how about you?" "Yeah." And then his immediate question was, "What did you learn, like, in that time?" And I was like, it's a fantastic
Good question.
question. Yes. And I was like, damn, that's a good question. Tick 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 tick. Because I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, which I'm down for that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But like someone asking me like what my favorite food is, I'm gonna answer them and I'm gonna be like, I might be 5 hours late answering that one because it's like,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Have you ever been asked like an off the wall question and been like, this is an
Hmm.
absolute no?
Well, I tend to have, like, especially on the dating apps, my pictures were all pretty wholesome-ish. I tend to get the people who are very patriarch centered.
Oh,
And so their questions are Let that car pass.
It's fine. We have time.
Their questions can sometimes be very, patronizing. So,
Mm.
like, I'm trying to think of one where I was just like, "Huh?"
What?
What do you believe the husband is supposed to be in the home? Like, they go straight into, like, these, like,
Oh my
deep
gosh.
husband
Yeah.
leadership type questions. Do you believe that, you should work outside the home? Um, do you, or how do you see yourself supporting your husband? Yeah, which is
What?
which is crazy because usually it did come on the heels of, like, "Have you ever been married?" "Yes." "How many
Mm.
kids do you have?" "4." "Do they all have the same father?" "Yes." Oh, right.
You know
"Did you
what?
have them while you were married?" "Yes."
These are questions I
Um
should ask these boys because I've never asked that. Like, are they all from the same mother?
Oh, I ask it all the
Well,
time.
I never get far enough to give a shit, honestly, because you've misspelled a few words, you never
Mm,
text me back fast. I don't care about
yeah. Yeah.
we don't ever make it that far.
No,
Yeah,
instantly, if somebody says that they have multiple children, I'm like, "Oh, they all
that's a
from the same
great question.
relationship?" I don't necessarily say the mom. I say, "Are they all from the
Same
same
relationship,
relationship?" And
okay.
then they'll explain, and I'm like, "Okay, cool." One
Genius.
situation was really weird. This person dated someone who had a child, and while they dated, they had a child together, but this person still would go and stay with the mom of their child and take care of the other child and their child together, but the whole time, they would be staying with right, and
Absolutely not.
I think you're just in a phase of life that, like, you need to focus on what you got going
Yeah,
on,
because it's a
like
lot. You got a lot of moving parts right now. What?
yeah,
Okay, so yeah, that
yeah.
was a quick
Nope.
nope.
Unmatch.
Unmatched.
Unmatched.
I'd
But
be hitting
yeah,
that block so
the
fast.
the questions or the conversations that I've had with those men that are, like, more misogynistic, patriarchal, is in the belief that a woman should be at home, that she should
Mhm,
be caring for the husband, all these things, and so I challenge that usually with, well, a Proverbs 31 woman, she's out at the markets and she's making, wealth for the
mhm,
family and
mhm.
she's honoring you at the gates with every person that she talks to, so how is
Right.
she doing that if she's at home?
Yeah,
And all she's doing is being barefoot and pregnant and cooking your dinners.
please.
And normally either they unmatch me
It is at that moment where I then lost a match. Yeah,
or we have a good conversation about it. But yeah. Yeah.
that's
Hmm.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I just yeah,
I
I
have a
don't
lot of
understand
people
that.
too that are like, "I'm looking for my wife." And I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Oh."
I immediately tell them, "I'm so sorry I'm not your type." I get a lot of that, like, "Let's get married right now." I'd be like, "What if I told you I didn't wanna be married? Now what?" So, yeah, that's a tough one. Okay, so are there are there questions that you feel like you should not be bringing up during the talking stage? Like, "That's a little, wait till we get more in depth." Are there any off limit questions in the talking stage?
For me?
I mean, maybe for our listeners, because I know for you,
For
you're asking
normal
on the first date,
people,
"Can you bring me your printout
maybe.
of your panel?" So we know not necessarily.
Yeah. For a normal person, I think usually financial questions are off the table.
That's a good one, that's a good one.
Too deep family questions are off the table. You're getting like baseline basics, right? So
Yeah.
you're asking about composition of family, like how many siblings you have.
Mhm.
You may be asking about, where they live in town,
Yeah,
what their
yeah.
job is, their
How many siblings,
occupation,
right, yeah,
like
yeah,
things like that. Is their family in town, out of state? Are they from there? Like basic stuff.
yeah.
So for a normal person, those deeper
Normal.
questions, I am not normal.
Me either, because 'cause I'm just like, "Bro, if I say I'm your girlfriend, I'm not gonna be like, 'Oh, I didn't know that.' We gonna know all the things
There's
before."
people who leave the first date and they still don't know the last name of the person that they're talking to. I'm
I
sorry, I
mean,
have
there
done a
was a
full
time
security check
where
on you before I have even come to coffee.
this is so cute. Were you always this way? You never have no wild phase where you were like, "Girl, I don't even know that nigga last name." Just me. Okay. It's fine.
Well, there was a season in life where I was fresh off a divorce, and yes, I was just meeting them on the app, and
Would
I
meet
would
them on
meet
the
them
road
in
and
but that landed me in a very precarious position where I met somebody on the app, and it turned out that person was, like, the boss of my whole
And
section,
you were
and
like,
so, yeah.
oh, what fun it is to ride in a one horse. Okay, I'm done.
So,
Ah,
yeah, so then after that little phase of life, I was like, "I'm gonna find out a little bit more information about people," and then also, I think I've moved into just a space in my life where I'm just more concerned with who I
peace.
connect with.
Oh,
Yes,
because I'm like,
peace,
peace.
for
Yeah, there was
sure.
definitely a stage, but now don't disrupt where I'm at, please.
Mhm.
And if I don't listen, I was talking to one and I was like, "So, tell me what you learned from your last relationship." And the response was, "I don't talk about my past relationships." To which I didn't exactly. That told me everything. I did not respond after that. Then another response came in a couple hours later. "Well, I would rather you get to know me first before we get into the deeper things." Also didn't respond. This is all red flags to me. Like, what
Yeah,
is it that you don't want me to know?
that part,
I'm
or,
like, "What?
like, huh?
Bro, what?"
Asking, "What did you learn
Thank you, because I didn't
from
ask you
your
anything about
past
your relationship.
relationships?" Is a internal reflection
Right,
question.
but
I'm not saying who,
the fact that
what.
you want me to explain that to you,
No, thank you.
that's a problem. Because ain't nobody asked you nothing about your past relationship reflection.
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah.
have had somebody tell me that they didn't learn anything from their past relationships. Like, they
Mm.
all the growth and, the person that was sitting in front of me was of their own doing and had nothing to do with yeah, mhm.
Wow, the
Um
arrogance.
The arrogance was,
Wow,
like, a lot.
wow.
I've also had somebody say, like, "Because I am damaged goods, what do I feel like I bring to a relationship?" Because I
The
would be asking
audaciousness.
right, I would be asking for a man to take on quite the responsibility since I already had 4 kids.
Mm.
That was an instant unmatch.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've had a
the
lot
in
of
wow.
yeah, a lot of
And I
wild.
imagine, right? Because the conversations that you and I have are very different, right?
Mhm,
Like, I
mhm.
no what? Like, the idea that because you're damaged goods,
Damaged.
I'm like, "Bro, what?
Yeah,
Stop it right now." That is
yeah,
crazy. Yeah, the things that you would have to endure as a ex-wife
mhm,
and a mother that, like, I don't have to
yeah.
even
Just that even that mindset though, like, I wanted to give him a dissertation back and be like, "You would never be the
Yeah, 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 yeah,
effer that
yeah.
I would let around my children in the first place, you
Sorry,
doggone damaged goods."
sack of
Like,
sh
what?
yeah.
But yeah, yeah, there is yeah. I
Mm.
think being on dating apps and learning and talking to new people that are outside your normal sphere of people really shows you, like, how diverse the world is in
Yeah, yeah,
philosophy of life and all the
yeah.
things because people
This
have
is
some
you know
really
what's so
wild
funny?
ideas.
But this is why they have, like, very particular apps, like farmers only. Like, you need somebody who knows how to tend to chickens and sheeps and all that, right?
Who
Like,
knows you're gonna come home
yeah.
smelling like shit every
Every single
single
day and
day.
be like, "Fred, I love you, buddy. Come on in." Like,
Love your sweaty
they
body.
make these specific apps because they try to weed through, like, half of this that you are dealing with, you
Yeah,
know? That's crazy, though.
yeah.
Like, they like, "We tryna make this easier,
As easy as
as
possible,
easy as
but it's
possible."
also the reason why too like, have you seen the apps that are like, "For the upscaled, for the whatever,
Oh,
whatever, whatever?"
yeah. The Millionaires
Um
Club.
yeah, or the ones for the professionals that
Yeah.
want all of those things, but all of it is just the same.
I'm like, I'm pretty sure I saw this face 3 apps ago, and I literally saw the same face 3 apps ago, and I was on that one, and I was about to be like, you can leave, like, a review of, like, if you match with that person. I was like, "Don't be petty." Oh, that was the last episode. Make sure you check that one out. Don't be petty. But, so I didn't write anything. I'm like, "This
Yeah.
nigga is that's a no. Don't do it. Don't
Don't do
match."
it. Stay far, far away.
Please. He still
There's
watches my stories, which is crazy. And I'm like, "Bro, this was forever ago." He's on a
yo,
restricted account anyway, but he just be, "Ooh, I better not put this ad on there. He'll think I'm talking about him." Because he still watches my stories.
that is crazy. It is
People
surprising
crazy.
though who still watches my stories, like,
Hmm.
especially
We
in
need
the
a
phase of
spin-off
life that I am.
episode of
Yeah, that'll
that.
be the next
That'll be the
episode.
next
Who
episode.
watches but doesn't participate?
Ugh,
Yeah.
pisses me off. Listen, we see you in the story.
We can see
We
you.
can see you.
So just
Listen,
go ahead
this
and
is
like, subscribe.
share.
Share.
It's a professional platform. It lets us see everybody.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, we know who's watching and not liking.
See
Tell
you
your
when
friends
you are
though. Leave it in the
sleeping.
comments.
We
Okay,
know
okay,
when
okay.
you're awake.
That wasn't creepy at all. So, what are some red flags? Let's say questions that you receive or maybe questions that are not answered. That's a red flag, you think, for just not just you, but just in general. Like,
yeah.
yeah.
If anybody asks you what you bring to the table, clear sign of like a transactional relationship.
That's a good one.
Run away. If anybody immediately starts to degrade who you are as a person, like, or like the circumstances that you're in as if they're lesser than. So like in my case, it was being divorced, having 4 kids, all this stuff. That was an instant like, oh, I can come see if I can make you feel like shit. Anybody who comes in with a label already. So like, I'm looking for a wife. I'm looking for a girlfriend. I'm looking for la da da. Well, I'm not here to place fill. Like, I want somebody who's like, I'm looking for a Sandra. Like, okay.
Okay, tell me more.
Right. Or somebody who's like, I saw you and I had to get to know you more. And then follows that up with questions that actually get to know you more. Yeah. Anything outside of that, leave it alone.
Yeah, I'm with that. I think I think my biggest red flag is the refusal to answer one of my questions because I'm probably not going to ask you anything that's financial. I'm probably not going to ask you like some deep seated traumatic thing that happened in your past unless you offer, but I'm probably not going to do that. So if I ask you a question and we're supposed to be trying to get to know each other in these ways and you're like, I don't want to talk about that. It's okay. We don't have to talk about it. We don't have to talk.
If you're not here to get to know me, then why are you here?
Right.
Yeah.
And I do believe it's time develops, but if you're telling me you're not talking about that,
yeah,
that's giving a little unhealed for me, and I'm still working through mine. But
no, thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you, no, thank you.
Yeah.
Give your like top 3 things you absolutely need to ask in this talking stage before you catch a feeling.
What attracted you to me? What was the last thing that you learned? That's either a life lesson, a skill, or just whatever. And what is your relationship like with your family? I think those 3 areas pretty much cover like what type of person you are and what you see in me.
I love that. I love that. I love that. Should I go?
Yeah.
I should go.
Yes, for sure.
You stole all my answers.
Sorry.
No, something like that. Let me think. First one, I would probably say, what is your expectation out of our relationship? What are you looking for?
That's good.
Ultimately?
Yeah.
I would say, what's probably your biggest flaw that you're still working on? And maybe a piggyback, like, what's something that you're struggling with that you haven't quite mastered, but like, you're working on that. And then I would probably say, what are your non-negotiables in relationship or with a woman in general?
Yeah.
Probably I would say those things.
Yeah.
Hopefully that helps.
You got 6 questions that you need to ask the next time you meet somebody.
Expectations, I think,
before you
catch your
feelings.
Period.
Okay? Yeah.
All right. We love you guys. Thank you for tuning into this episode of Into the Gray. Make sure if you're not already following, you start following. It does cost you nothing to subscribe, watch a video, share it, all those things. So be doing that.
But if you want the juicy bits, you have to join the Gray Society. And there's only one spot that you can do that, and that's on Patreon. It's only $5 a month, and you get all the behind the scenes details. You get connection to us in real life, what we're doing, when we're together, when we're not together, and all those special moments in our life, because you're not going to get it anywhere else.
No, you're not. Anyways, we love you. Stay gray.